rocket like rocket fuel. S-T-R-O.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Kansas City Chiefs. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Check out! 90! Switch up, switch up!
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Throwing is locked. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
And the Chargers first down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Luck. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. It's a foot race. 30, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask a rat. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. Yeah, he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Luck under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Love. It's complete to Lockett. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
In your face. 25, check 25.
They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Rodgers going to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A gain of 19 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Rodgers now on 1st down. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Throwing now is Rodgers. James has got it, complete. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City 1st down.
a gain of 10 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's the backup Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Open man here is Scott, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. but it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
Throwing on second down. Newton, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Adam Thielen, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Love. This one into the hands of Burton. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, here's Love. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now Locke. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
12 yards on the return that time, and it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to have the hook up to Scott. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now it's Rodgers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. There defensively was Matthias Farley to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Now Rodgers throwing again. Dorsett making the catch. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
319. All day, dog. Check. Check hot route. 319.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Escaping the press. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Zadarius Smith. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. Second and 24. A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Back to throw, Newton. Flush to his right. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. From the end zone, Luck. And Luck is going to run out of time and out of luck as well. It's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Come on, fellas.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Ready. 180. 59. Tackles. Great.
On 1st and 10, Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
A good pickup there at 22.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Chargers.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The final shot before the break. Luck. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Perry. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. To throw is Newton. Got an open man, it's Scott. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Okay, 180, 59. Let's put him 80. Let's put that team on the back.
Here's Scott. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 43-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Mike is 59.
Now Newton. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
Take 30.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. They run from the shotgun with Murray. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Check 59. Mike is 15.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he finds Stills complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Kenny Stills with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The point after is good, and that will extend this big lead.
Chiefs 30, Chargers nothing.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From the 30 on second down. Luck. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
We'll go 25 to Mike. Watch the pass.
Throwing on third down. Luck. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up second and 7. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
At the Chiefs' 23-yard line.
Running the sweep, Hilton with it. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Right, 40. Watch the slant.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. They give it off here to the tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Trey Burton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. On the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. That was 2nd down run for Murray. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move was there, but didn't buy him a whole lot. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Makes it 3rd and
8. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And it's complete to Kelsey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there at a Kansas City 1st down.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st down, Rodgers. It's complete, Stills. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. To throw, it's Rodgers. It's Kelsey on the ground. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, You don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now they'll run. Murray. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Charger drive about to get going. On first down, Love. And he's got it complete to Anderson. No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On second down now, it's Hunt. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Off of play action, Luck. He's got Lockett. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They'll run on first down. Hunt. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the slant. Come.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year, and they're going here. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done, really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural,
yeah,
but I
like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player.